Have you ever wanted to move to Orlando, but you keep saying like, hey, Ken, you keep showing us all of this new construction stuff in Lake Nona and Horizon West and Claremont, but what if I want something that's maybe a little bit more mature, something that was built in the 20s or the 50s that has a little bit of charm? Where should I be looking? Well, today I'm going to dive into 4 or 5 neighborhoods that are getting a lot of attention from people moving from all over the world here to Orlando, and there's a reason why. Stay tuned. All right, so how I think I'm going to handle today is I'm going to show you a few properties that are both listed and recently sold to let you know that the areas around town, what your money can buy you, and exactly kind of where you should be looking if this is kind of the lifestyle you're after. And so we're going to start our tour today off in downtown Orlando. And the people that live downtown Orlando would probably kill me if they knew that I was clumping together Colonial Town, Thornton Park, College Park, Delaney Park, and kind of like the central business area. But that's kind of what you're going to look at because I'm thinking about lifestyle. If you're thinking about an older house and you want to live downtown or close to downtown, those are the areas that you're going to be looking at. And so these houses are built in the 1900s all the way to 1960s. Some of them have been torn down and you see multi-million-dollar homes in their place. But the cool thing is you can find small houses on good-sized lots for a decent price, or you can find that large estate home regardless of what you're looking for. If you're after charm and character, those are some places that you should look. So let's look at example number 1. So the first one I'm going to show you, this is in College Park. It's 32804 if you're looking online. If you're on like realtor.com and you search College Park, it won't show up in Orlando. So 32804 for the majority of it, that's College Park. This property is listed for $375 right now by Ann Rogers Realty. Awesome listing, 1,328 square feet. It's just a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, built in 1926. But look how cute this thing is. There's really not much to it in regards to what could potentially go wrong because the house isn't really that big, but the location is remarkable. You're surrounded by similar older homes that have been updated. Take a look at this house as we kind of go through. All right, so the second house in College Park is 1140 Country Club Drive. This property actually recently sold for $1,425,000 after having been on the market for $1,650,000. And this property is 6,600 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, and be still my heart, this thing is unbelievable inside. And so you can kind of see the two different opposite spectrums of living downtown, the price points, the type of homes that you can get, and the location is amazing. All right, so the next area that I want to talk about is going to be out in Lake County, and I'm going to lump together another kind of 3 cities into one because they all sort of touch each other, and that's going to be Tavares, Mount Dora, and Eustis. And why is this area amazing? Well, you've got some older houses with beautiful charm. You do have some teardowns with new houses next to these homes with a lot of charm. And so another amazing area with a quaint little downtown area. You've got the Harris chain of lakes right there. Great value in terms of how much you're paying for a lot of these houses. And the only thing you have to think about is proximity, really. It's 40 minutes to downtown Orlando if you're going to work there, about 45 minutes over to the airport, and about 35 minutes to Disney. So really the only downside about the area is the drive is a little bit farther, but you are saving a ton of money for a really charming, beautiful area with amazing amenities. Let's take a look at a couple houses in this area. So number 1 is 2590 Villa Way, and this house is in Eustis. It's right on West Crooked Lake, and so you've got a lake view for $985,000. Now, the house has been on the market for a couple years, so you can do the math on what you think in regards to the price, but the house is 2,700 square feet, all on one level. backing to a lake. And so to get that over in, say, Windermere, this would be a $2 million house, no problem. And so you save a lot of money for the drive. The second house I want to talk about is over in Mount Dora on Lakeshore. This property is 1575 Lakeshore Drive, one of my favorite places in the entire Mount Dora area because you've got a ton of front yard, you've got a beautiful lake view. This property is listed for $779. It's 1,700 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, built in 1947. And so you've got some really cool bones, a great lot, a beautiful view for way under $1 million. And so if you're looking for that charm lake community, this could be for you. All right, the next two areas I'm kind of clumping together are Winter Park, and right above it is Maitland. These two areas have a ton of history between the two of them, and there's houses that date back to the 20s all the way up to today, obviously, but really what we're looking for is that charm, right? And so you've got Park Ave and the surrounding neighborhoods with all of the brick roads, and you've got these mid-modern homes built in the 40s and 50s, all the way up to just stuff with amazing charm. I took a friend of mine over to Winter Park maybe 2 weeks ago, and he's relocating to the area. And I just showed him some of the areas like in Tuscany that literally feel like, in his words, that it's out of a movie set. And so I think that if you're looking for a charming area with some of the more expensive real estate, then Winter Park and Maitland are two of the areas that you would look at. Here's two houses for examples. All right, so the first one here is 444 Broadview. This property is listed for $750, and it's 2,200 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. Now, a lot of the houses in Winter Park like this end up getting torn down with something massive put in its place. But if you take a look at the photos here, this house is totally doable. You could easily remodel this thing and live in one of the most expensive areas in all of Central Florida, kind of on a budget, if $750,000 is on a budget. Let's look at the second house. This one is 1411 Via Tuscany, and I just want to show you, this house was built in 1926. It's over 10,000 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 8 full baths, pool, lake view, and currently listed for over $15 million. There are some very charming older neighborhoods here in Central Florida, from downtown Winter Garden to downtown Kissimmee up to Sanford and DeLand. We've got all of this sort of history in our area that doesn't just kind of go with the cookie cutter new construction. And so if you're looking for something with a little bit more charm and you're looking for a community that's been around for decades, we have that for you. And so my team and I, we'd love to be your real estate resource of choice in searching for this older home if that's something that you're after. And so make sure you reach out, info@pozekgroup.com, and we'll get started. Last thing, make sure you hit subscribe, as we're putting out new videos about life here in Central Florida every single week, sometimes multiple times a week like we did this week. And so we'll see you guys on the next video.